So welcome and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, to ResourceCo Rugby Stadium at Brighton. Our second game of the day. We were just a little bit delayed. The boys were out and playing before we got to them. You haven't missed anything. It is Onkaparinga taking on Brighton in the reserve grade elimination final. Meredith working at the back there. He's best back in the state. Joined in commentary today, I've got Matt Whitten from Onkaparinga. I tried everything I could to get someone from Burnside, but no good. But so we've got a grand finalist in Henry Nutt. Welcome, Henry.
Thanks for having me, Dave. It's good to be here. The weather's come good. The clouds are burnt away. A slight breeze going from right to left on the screen, but other than that, it's pretty good conditions.
It's beautiful conditions. And Matt, you were kind of press ganged into this. We probably should throw. We should probably throw him under the bus. Who said they were going to do it?
Oh, I think Koo was lining up to do two in a row.
No, Koo said early on, and I can't remember who it was. Someone said they were going to do it, and they've not shown up. So Matt Whitten graciously stood in at the last minute.
That's fine. Take one for the team.
Is there a better place to watch rugby though than up here with the replays? And
it's a beautiful spot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's the first set piece for Burnside.
So Woodson, who went through, White manages to get hold of him. They're off again. Certainly have the lion's share of the ball so far, Burnside. Just hard, straight running again, and almost made his way through. Now they've got some numbers, but
yeah.
Get in front of you've got to get in front of the people wearing the same colour shirt as you and hope that they can clean out.
That's right. I'm not sure if Onkers knew they had the advantage too, but they probably just need to calm down a bit. They had plenty of territory, plenty of time.
We did see that in the third grade game initially. It's just a little bit hectic, and you've got to get through those early stages of adrenaline in an elimination final.
Deck.
Yep.
Straight
old school.
Grass,
well,
there's
plenty of sand over here on this near sideline to make the old school tee. Remember Neil Jenkins kicking off a tee? I'm looking at you, Matt, because he's probably too young. Straight out, so it would be a scrum midfield.
Are you talking the famous one from the other side of the half?
Sand would come on and he'd stick his thumbs in it. 8-9-15. It's there. Now they've split.
Tell you what, from a momentum perspective, you've just conceded and then you put it out and touch on the fall. There's nothing worse. You give the ball straight back to them halfway up. Short
memories, though. Golfers' memories you have to have on days like today. I had a chat with Troy. They used Wilkins as the dummy runner, and now they're away with Chappell. Chappell puts it on the boot. Chappell has wheels to burn. Gets there.
Fantastic.
2 tries. Sorry, first try after the penalty. Concede, kick out, concede again. You cannot give Tom Chappell that much room, Matt Whitten.
Nah, for most.
Yeah, Sean Meredith is no slouch. There he comes. I think that's Harrison Rahali. And
awesome. That was magnificent.
Oh, he's one of my favourites all through the year. Yeah. Early doors he was playing in the A grade, and he has got pace to burn.
Yeah, he's going to whip it.
It's a good option though. There was no cover there, no fullback, and he sort of ran himself out of support. So it's not a ball off. Then do it.
It's just great to see a kid that I've seen coming up through under sevens, and he's making a name for himself.
Good kick as well. He's got his kicking boots on today, Matthew Chaplin-Patu. But seeing Troy Wilkins on the dummy run, I had a chat with him. He had what he described as a season-ending injury and almost a career-ending injury. Yeah. And we saw him last week today. But I understand, and it's not even going to be on purpose. So he basically destroyed everything in his left shoulder.
Yeah.
Much better restart.
Oh, just cuffed it up. I'll tell you what, that's not bad work from Benny White as well to prevent Burnside being able to do anything with the turnover ball.
Yeah, that's right.
Henry said the weather has got.
This is the only second set piece that Burnside have had, so I'm interested to see what they get up to here. They haven't had a lot of ball.
The referee is enforcing the change. Doesn't think it's going to be anything that's going to get patched up. As to Takaki will come off the bench.
Who's boss?
Yeah, head coach is Tom Hankey, who was probably one of the best scrummagers going around until he did his back.
Fantastic scrummager.
So certainly getting coached by the best.
Good pressure from Honks.
Oh, great scrum. Done well to pick it up and go. This is Van Dissel, Junior Jesus, doing everything he can. Rahali will step in at 10. Kind of runs into a blind alley. That's great hands-on.
Yeah.
Oh, then for post. I think this is something they're talking about. We saw in the A-grade game last week that there was a lot of, Tom, what we see is that the players will go over the top and they'll put their hands in front of the ball and then they'll allow the clean-out to take the ball with them. And I think the referees are hot on it because that was their focus in the third grade as well.
If they're not taking their body weight, I can understand it, but
they look good for mine.
That was purely upright with the legs.
Yeah, I agree there. I think it's probably pretty hard done by Frompies there.
But if that's what they're focusing on.
I did see him go to Isaac Nathan there and say that his hands hit the floor.
Yeah.
Therefore, that's his weight gone.
And it's what we like to say, it's technically correct. He's pulled it again, but that time he snuck it through. Got to aim at that right upright, Sean.
It's pretty important for Burnside to keep getting points. Once they come into that half or attacking area, they've got to get points no matter how it comes. You just got to keep it ticking. Because all of a sudden, Onkers have snuck away to a 10-3 lead here, and they really got to call something back ASAP.
Yeah. But again, we'll keep saying it, there's a lot of time to go.
A lot of time.
Oh, that's close to inch perfect. He's decided to play it.
He's knocked it on.
Oh, yeah, Az has lost it as well.
So it's great to see another scrum here because we're seeing the two defending teams on the scrums.
On the right.
Putting pressure on. So
they're right in front of us as well.
It's going to be fantastic.
Tommy McCall will be happy that he's not having to play front row this weekend.
Yes, he definitely will be happy about that.
I do think, because, obviously the officials will have talked about whether there'll be some extra feeling in this game today. So he's going to take very tight control of it, Mr. Garcia.
Different individuals.
Another big shove, and
that's a good scrum.
Good scrum. Ormsby sends it to Goulding. Met by 2. Managed to get it away, though. Then they'll go over the top to Chappell. Had a couple of bites at it, couldn't quite get it. And Meredith would have been worried again.
Yep.
Goulding slow to get up.
It was pretty well read in defence by Burnside, but he managed to get an offload away, which then they were in big trouble. Because other than that, they had that set piece sort of wrapped up. It was the offload that burnt them. And then if that was caught, who knows what would have happened.
See the impressively bearded and the impressively haired John Marsh going to Ken Goulding.
Swampy,
who's played his last match at Wilfred Taylor. He'll want him to get through as well. It's, when he's retired from...
Yeah, Swampy's feel obligated to help us out, but we want to do the right thing by him and let him actually enjoy a retirement for once.
Now they're away out here, Meredith will send a flat ball just a little bit behind, but now going to try and find some way in. That's nothing.
Pretty lazy stuff from Onkers there. That's
a lazy arm.
Lazy arm, yeah.
Oh, and he's going to come back. Number 2 high. So they'll just look to get down as close as they can into Onkaparinga
They've got to make them pay. Yeah, that's pretty. It's just lazy defence from because they were set up so well and just got too high, way too high.
Doesn't quite get there. It bounces kindly for Onkaparinga and he beats the first one. Then we'll look to Silver Blue shirts. It's done well, is Meredith. Done very well, Meredith. And then lost foot.
Almost.
Well, I don't know what happened there.
He was giving Sean Meredith a mouthful as he so often does. And then he's almost trod on the ref there.
I think might have got a stud in the the laces or something there. Yeah.
They were almost tied together.
Yeah, that's right.
So off the hook there, Onkers gave away a pretty sloppy penalty, but they got away with it. kid didn't go to touch, and they got a set piece just inside their 50.
From an either, Matt.
Yeah, doesn't do any good if you do. So yeah,
You know what? I hate seeing attacking penalties because you got penalised for collapsing. Why would he deliberately?
You know, when I refereed, I had no idea what the front rows were doing, so I would think that we haven't. Good line out, and they're going to start the drive. 22 metres out, so a long way.
They're on the move.
Yeah, it is. I think is that Mulder, who's worked really hard to get through the middle. No, he doesn't have to roll away. It's a maul. Stay there. We're away. Ewan, Rahali, all a bit lateral from Burnside and makes it easy. Ben White doing everything he can to keep hands on. Oh, good counter rock as well. Something we've seen from Onka. We saw it from them last week as well.
Oh, they got it. Good on him.
Here he's in trouble. Oh! I tell you, he's done very, very well to get away, and they do get the offload away, and they'll go over. No try. So there was a knock on. I tell you what.
He's owed a few more metres here because he wasn't 10, so he needs to go back.
He wasn't 10. So the other thing is as well is you are borderline professional foul from Tom McComb.
Looks like he's addressing it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he's got away with that.
But the Burnside boys are owed 10 metres here because the infringement happened about 1 metre in from the original tap, right? So now they're owed.
Yeah. So I mean,
it should be where the.
Well, he has moved them.
Okay.
He did move them, and then they'll go a line up 5 metres out. And the last driving maul was okay, but not as defensively. Onkaparinga did okay.
I'd rinse repeat though. They got another 10 metres on that last drive. I'd probably go again.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Tommy McCall can thank his lucky stars because really.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't quite bring it down, so they're not going to be able to set up the maul. And he's lost it, McCall. He will step out of one and then just get his big legs going. McCall out to the 22. He's lost it forward.
Referee says no.
It's a little bit in the background. Tom McCall is never going to take a step backwards.
There's a Burnside player on his feet, and I reckon he had the rights. It's not sure which way the arm's going to go here. I think this would be a Burnside penalty.
Well, both of them are stood there as if it's theirs.
There must be foul play because I'm not really sure what's happened here.
Not sure.
We'll just see whether we can see anything here in the background.
Might be.
Oh, Tom had hold of his leg. Yeah.
This place to be having a penalty either. So.
Well, they're going to talk it through, but you think that they'll want to start this territorial dominance.
They seem to run by themselves, and Burnside is so good at winning that back. I think we've done it 3 times now.
To 6-ish on 2 occasions. The jumper's leaning out that far. So I'm going to bring
nothing in their own 22. They've been down here for 2 or 3 minutes now. Great clearance.
Find its way out. Yep.
Good scrum, good clearance.
I think the wiper clearance is a really good option here. The biggest in the world, 7 metres I think they are. We were talking to Rich Wasley, who's marked 6 again and again. That's outside shoulder.
Looks like he's got his left hands up too high on the ball. So if you watch it spin, it's not actually spinning.
Get a better flick on it.
A little bit of breeze as well, which often, to be honest, sort of gets stuck in your own head more than the.
Golding can't been it swings, doesn't it? It's going one way or another, and as much as we talk about Onkaparinga giving away penalties, they don't need to. Burnside are finding themselves in the shadow of their own post and giving away penalties.
It's a tricky one there because you probably had a good shot at the ball, and if you're going to have a go, you've got to take it in those situations. You've got to take the ball in those situations. He just lost his feet there and given away a penalty right in front of the sticks when really this time you've just come away with no points in your own 22. You just need to defend. Don't worry about contesting the ball. Just make your tackles. If it's on, have a crack. Otherwise, just be patient in defence.
But I think another good idea to go for points here. Let's settle it down.
Yep. And as we say, if you go to your 22, you've got to come away with something.
Yeah, I think that's massively important. Patu will send it through again. Kicked very, very well in the 2 games we've seen him this week and last.
Very clean strike of the ball. The ball goes so high, straight over his boots, goes straight up in the air.
We saw that from Ollie Horn last week.
Yeah, same,
hitting the
same
trees.
kind of style.
Hitting the trees is still on the way up. Burnside now, I think we talked about golf memories. Burnside now just have to get on with this and carry on. They can't let themselves worry that they're just leaking a few points. High restart again, will hold in the wind.
Brilliant.
Again, it's
Amazing.
dropped.
It's a good kick. He's carrying well this 8, really well.
He's made some decent yardage. Baby Jesus, they call him.
Baby Jesus, yeah. Is that Chucky Knoll, another good carry?
Carl Popplewell, the number 8. Well, they've done well to get that going.
Around the referee.
Yeah, Will Heath will put his head down and just try and make up for that line-out thrown in the last couple, edging towards the 5. Tell you what, the councilman didn't really need to mow the middle third of this pitch for this game. Everything has been in the 22s. Yeah. Burnside again, just taking it off in bite-sized chunks.
Oh.
Man and ball there. Van Dissel was trying to find his way through, and so Loper will find a way through. They just fell off the tackles in the end. They made a load of them.
Good patient build-up from Burnside. Took their time.
The Onka player down.
He's not moved much. So Brendan Harding.
It's pretty straightforward stuff.
He's moving now.
From Burnside. Just one up rugby. Just didn't get dealt with there. 2 of them down. Good leg drive. Pretty easy try in the end. But they were patient. They had the ball in their own 22 for a little while there.
Struggling to see what happened to Brendan Harding. May have copped a boot on the way through, I think. See whether Meredith can just work his way through. So they'll take it back to 3 points of difference. How important could that kick the penalty be as we get to the end of the game? Half an hour gone, so 5 minutes to go in this one.
It's a good time to score right before half time on, because you really need to get back in this.
Yeah, better kick from Meredith. The restarts all throughout the day have been absolutely fantastic. We see it again. The only thing I can think is he catches a boot on the way through. Yeah, just there.
May have just got one there.
Good leg drive, good try. Good time to score right before the half. Both teams just want to see this out right now. If you can pinch another one just before, fantastic. But you don't want to concede.
Oh, that's a great restart again. It's been an absolute clinic from restarting point of view. All down, just a little bobble at the bottom. He thought about it. There it is. And it is. Just wonder whether it's nerves. You know, every single mistake can mean that your pre-season starts early.
It's a good kick chase from Onkers. Actually, Burnside did the same as well. The restarts, I just said, have been really, really good.
Solid at the back in Ormsby.
Really great scrum again.
Pulls it out the back to Wilkins. Makes him stand up a little bit. Good, strong arm from Wilkins. Out to Chappell again and again. He puts it on the boot. But yeah, I think there's just going to be a little bit of maturity that'll come from Dom Chappell. Not everything has to go on the boot.
So I don't mind the attacking play, and we were happy when it came off last time, but this is off a set-piece scrum. They've gone very wide, so then you've only really given yourself one option once it goes out there. It's got to go on the boot. They're probably better off just setting it up and buying their time a little bit and march it up a little bit and have a crack at the post if they get a penalty. There's not long to go.
Yeah, every now and then you just got to back your teammates around you. Go to deck.
Yep, get tackled, set it up.
Yep.
Wobbly line up, but it's better. At least it was straight this time.
It went straight, but then it flew weird.
It flew weird, but it's straight.
No one cares how it gets there.
Good line speed from McCall. Really has the ability to change the momentum of a game. That's not a bad box kick. It's going to find its way between Chappell and Wilkins. Good ball to Wilkins. Wilkins now. Little bit isolated. There's absolutely no way that came through the gate, that clean up, but Here we go again, Golding. Newen is sat down by Golding, and again he makes good yardage.
Well.
Patu then will come to Mulder. Little show and go. Focarelli with the tackle coming across. Patu again will send it into midfield. Again they make good yardage off the back. Ormsby. He'll put it on the boot. There's a little bit of space there, and Chappell will try and let go of the horses. Dom Chappell!
Oh, what a tackle.
What a chase!
He's got him in goal, so he's taking him from outside in.
Well, they're going to ask. I think
That's
is it or is it a 22? I don't know what point.
No, 5 metre scrum, taking him from outside
fantastic.
That
chase.
is. Look at that from Dom Chappell.
Absolutely nothing on. Little gap down the back.
Yeah, he has carried it back in. Well done, Dom Chappell. Grand final sprint. Should we bring that in?
You reckon?
The grand final sprint, half-time sprint, I reckon.
He'd take it out.
He hunted down.
I'd like to see him go head-to-head against Tulawaki.
Hunted down Chris Bartlett last week like nothing else. He's got some wheels.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tulawaki will be playing in the grand final, so he wouldn't be doing it. Scrum in a very, very good position. Just having a look at Chappell and seeing whether he's going to try and come into the line.
I'd put me money on youth in the last 10 metres of that race, I reckon.
It's unusual for Sean Meredith not to be the youth in a conversation. Oh, Newen is just a speed hump at the moment.
Calm down here, Onkers.
Golding again with great yardage. Little pick and go. Isn't really required. Now they can go.
Yeah, I'm out.
Just got to be hands. Nathan looked for the glory, didn't quite get there.
Another penalty.
They're getting just to the line. Golding again. This time he gets there.
And he deserves it.
Does deserve it. He's been an elusive runner in this first half.
Just doing the straight running. Doing probably what the coaches are asking. That's a coach killer too. That is right on half time. Yeah.
He's carried really well all day, actually. He's deserved a try.
Yeah, he's just managed to wriggle out of the first tackle every single time, and then he's getting into the backfield and really causing problems for him.
Under the posts, and I reckon Matt Patu will get rid of this pretty swiftly. 20-10 at half time.
Yeah, I think that will be that. Another conversation, and genuinely, there's not been much that's happened between the 22s, has there? Everything has been at either end.
No.
So 18 points to 10 with the kick to come. Going into half time with a 10-point lead. We will take a break. We'll be back with you for half number 2. So welcome back, Resourceco Rugby Stadium at Brighton. Onkaparinga with a 10-point lead, 35 minutes to go. 35 minutes stands between them and the grand final, returning here next week to take on All Collegians. Burnside really need to score and score early, you would think.
Yeah, probably would have been a half-time chat, would have been use it when we've got it. They've sort of blown a couple of really good opportunities, which is well behind them now, but that would have been a half-time chat. I would have said, sort of, when we get down there, let's get something with it.
Popper well underneath it. We'll send it back to Rahali, who sends it back to Wilkins.
Onkers went deep there, which is, they haven't done that all game.
I think he was hoping for it to hold up again. Wilkins will just clear. So we saw it from Burnside in that first half. If you just get it going, the wind will send it up and hold it up. So Burnside line out again.
Breeze is picking up a little bit.
You can hear it on the referee's mic. Yeah, not straight again. And
But yeah, the time's just...
Time is starting to become a massive issue for Burnside. You would say that they have to come away with points right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Better, they've gone to 6 again. Great sack from Tom McCall. Offside in the middle as well. He's going to get tired of it, I think, soon, Mr. Garcia. Numbers right if they can go quick. Lots of space to the right if they can get out quick. Ewan will come this side to Rahali. He'll fire it all the way across the Cheta. Again, Chappell big and strong.
Does his job.
Into midfield again.
That's a maul.
Yeah, he can stay there. Can't do that though. Meredith will go again. Popple, wow! Steps out the tackle. Rahali will drop kick it because they've got to go. Burnside player who's really struggling. Will Heath is really struggling to get back, and again, as we've said, there's no time off in reserve grade games. So 30 points to 17. Eight and a half minutes to go on the Wojtek scoreboard.
Just got to be smart now. Take some territory. Keep it in that zone that you want to be in.
13 points the difference. 2 converted tries will get them over the line. Patu just decides to smash it down and give them a longer field.
Yep.
Rahali gets out the 22.
He's done well.
Hands on. Turnover. They've got away with it. Don't know how they got away with it, but get away with it they did. This has to be a massive defensive effort now from Onkaparinga. They are a player down. I think they will be for the rest of the game as well, or as near as damn it, Rahali.
Yeah, maybe 2 minutes.
What? Kerry Dyer fires it out to Cheta. Cheta will then give it to Focarelli. Has to stay in the field of play. Ripped away from him by Golding. No advantage. Ben White again with his hands in the air and asking the question. Penalty for offside again. Rahali sends it out. Mulder with the big shot coming off the line. Absolutely blindsided.
Well, Burnside aren't going to die wondering, that's for sure.
No, they've got to go, haven't they? Rahali again. Dyer steps back inside, then flips it back to Rahali, then Meredith, then Cheta. Look forward.
Maybe flat at best.
Off the boundary fence, but he's on his own. Clean out has to come. Does come. Rahali. Van Dissel will lose it forward. Again, no advantage. 10. Another offside. There's so many.
I'm not saying it, but anyway,
He obviously is.
I would never doubt him or any referee.
Well, this is the point that you've just got to take an extra step.
Yeah.
And if he said the next offside is a yellow, that's going to make it a real interesting final 6 minutes. Rahali will go again. Loper doesn't get through this time. I tell you what, there's 2 penalties there, I think, and they're lucky to get away with that. Tommy McCall did not move, and then the side entry. Oh, he's got through up towards the 22. Rahali gives it inside. Now they are in the 22.
Yeah, that's a more. Maybe, maybe not.
You called it early. Dyer sends it again to Popplewell. Ormsby will get hold of him. They have pushed them backwards. Dyer will stand in at halfback, then look to snipe and find a spot. Hands on from Onkers. There it is. That is a massive turnover for Onkaparinga.
It's great when the defender can put his arms in the air and really make it obvious that he's releasing.
Yeah, and he did enough. And yeah, Chaplain Patu will again send them as far away as he possibly can, but they get a huge amount of distance on it, which is a massive line out for Burnside. They have to win this one if they're to do anything.
Onka's just got to play the smart play here. Not sure I would go past number 2, to be honest. And
Possession. Can you keep possession for 4 minutes?
It'll be down and dry for me.
And they're taking the time. Who is it who's down? I'm just trying to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
There's no time on. We've said this, so I can take as much as that. And they've taken 2 minutes off that. Well, they did go further than 2. Ormsby.
That's a good nudge.
Yeah, you just want to give Burnside as long a field as possible, and that will skip away towards the try line. Got no option really but to clear it, and he's not found touch. We'll find Patu. Burnside chase comes. Oh no. Didn't need to be done.
That's not a tap.
Oh, I don't think it did leave his hands.
To me,
Yeah, there's a lot of questions about it. Rahali has to reach and get it. Dyer manages to get the offload away. That one is forward. Was right on line with that one. That one was forward. Foccarelli does very well. Has to keep working. Comes out the side and Meredith has to pick it up. It's just got real scrappy at the moment. It's backs against forwards on the right-hand side if they can see it. Newen will look to snipe. Big hit again. Again, it's backs against forwards and they just keep trying to take the bites, the short bites. Rahali. Dyer, there's a gap there. Dyer, there's a gap there. $22 points to 30 with the kick to come.
not good for my ticker.
It's not good for anybody's ticker. But this is what finals are about. This is a big pressure kick for Meredith, who's not really been on top of his game with the boot. 8 points the difference at the moment. Sneaks it in, that right hand upright. 6 points the difference. Less than 2 minutes to go. You would think that this is going to be the final phase of play.
You'd have to bang it long.
Yeah, how are you going, Matt?
Oh, I'm edgy. But, you know, that's what we come here to see. We want to see...
It is finals footy.
We want to see chances
And again, he just smashes it long. Has he gone too long?
No. Oh,
yeah. I tell you, I think he had gone too long, and if Popplewell had a call, that would have gone out on the full.
Just need your teammates talking to you, and Golding comes back on now.
With a minute to go, and an Onkaparinga line out in a very, very good position, and you would say...
Yeah, you would.
Next score wins it. What? That's what I'm going to say. Well, next try wins it.
I'd take a field goal right now.
A field goal will do you.
Yep.
Ormsby, short ball to Golding. Welcome back, son. There's one sat back in the pocket. Ormsby says, I don't need him. Gets the offload away. It's stolen for Corelli. Fuccarelli trying to get around the outside. Can't get away from Chappell. Burnside will have one more shot at it.
The counter's on. Yeah.
Penalty.
Yeah, players on the ground interrupting the ball from the halfback.
It was messy. There's a nod of the head. That could be it. Tap it. Get rid. Onka will make the grand final. Burnside miss out. Onkaparinga managed to get their noses in front for long enough and stay in front for long enough. Burnside made it interesting at the end, but didn't get close enough.
I think I better go down and cheer with my squad.
You go and enjoy it, Matt.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will make our way and we'll finish and we'll get ready for the A-grade game. We do apologise for any internet issues that we had through that game. Do know that we recorded the whole thing, so anybody for wearing red and black, you can watch it in its entirety later on tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, one to go today. Burnside will be taking on Old Coles for the final spot in the grand final. Ladies and gentlemen, an absolutely great game. We will step out and we will speak to you again in around 45 minutes. Thank you and good afternoon.